Yo, what's up, guys? We are Chopped Anime, three of the almighty Chopped Anime. We're back to chop up another anime with you, Rurouni Kenshin, the final. Before we do that, please subscribe, like, comment, share our channel. We're a small channel, we're working our way up through the ranks. We appreciate all the support. Now, Rurouni Kenshin, the final, is a live-action depiction of the last arc in the Rurouni Kenshin manga. The film focuses on Kenshin, who is targeted by Inishi, who is motivated by vengeance and hoped to avenge the life of a family member who died at the hand of Rurouni in his past life. This movie is everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, woo! I loved this movie. I was all for it. Shame on you, Netflix community. Shame on all of you. Every day I look back on Netflix to see if this movie was trending. Was not trending. This is the best movie on Netflix right now. This is I brought my double-edged sword, and I got one just after I saw this movie. It is so masterful. It is better than the previous 3 movies. And I honestly thought that was impossible. But in my opinion, this is my favorite one. Before this one, my favorite one was Inferno, number 2. But this one it was so fast-paced all the way through. If you have not seen this movie, this is not a live-action anime movie. This is a movie. This is an action movie based off an anime. This is incredible. Masterful fighting choreography. This is top-notch acting. These people are doing their own stunts. These people are lighting up the camera, bro. I don't know how they came up with all these ideas to put the angles and they literally kicked it up a notch every movie with the fights. Every movie, they're long shot fights. They're like, you can tell they're doing the movements and all that stuff. It's not a bunch of flashy camera angles, and I hate that. This movie is showing you that they're doing these moves. It's incredible. Seriously. What did you guys think?
This is the most slept on movie series, I think, especially when it comes to live action. People don't really think of no one knows about the Kenshin movies. They're thinking of the live action Death Note, live action Bleach, whatever. Even though I heard the live action Bleach wasn't that bad, but I've yet to see it. So people need to watch this movie series. If you have Amazon Prime, if you have Funimation, go watch the Rurouni Kenshin movies. So these movies came out in 2012. And even if you compare the 2012 movies to the one that came out in 2020, there's really not that much of a difference. You can see the production quality is definitely increased, but in terms of the action shots, in terms of the story, in terms of just the quality of the movie, the enjoyment, it's still there. These movies are absolutely fantastic. Personally, I thought that the 3rd movie was actually my favorite because it kind of wraps up one of the biggest arcs in the Rurouni Kenshin anime that I watched. But the latest movie that just came out on Netflix, it's also very fantastic. So there's actually even though this movie is called The Final, there's another movie that's coming out called The Beginning. And so The Beginning apparently is supposed to be, I think it's the backstory of Kenshin before he went on this path of not killing people and got his reverse blade sword. So definitely people really need to check this out. This movie needs more hype behind it. It's surprising because we reviewed the trailers just randomly for this movie. We didn't know where it was going to go, and then we just found that there's a pretty good following for this movie, but it's still not widespread in the anime community that we know of. So definitely those that are watching this movie, those that are watching this video, definitely spread the word because this movie is straight awesome. The whole series is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, we'll all agree that this ain't no live action. Live action anime movies have such a bad name, and there is good reasoning. Death Note, trash. Any other things you can name of trash? Live action, that is. But nah, this whole series is just like a movie. The sword play, ridiculous. The slides, ridiculous. One comment before we talk about the movie. Jose, you got the wrong sword, my guy.
Yeah.
You ready to go back to the Renaissance, big fella?
The right sword. It's in the reverse blade. It's not a reverse blade. My bad.
Hey, close enough. You know, you're part of the Rurouni gang.
Kenshin took the last reverse blade, man. My bad. It was all out.
But yeah, awesome movies, great fights, great plot. I'd recommend somebody watch it. Like, how come they can do the animation and the fight so well, but you got anime like Records of Ragnarok that can't do the same. Hey, that's beyond me, but I'd recommend, if you have Netflix, watch the final. You probably want to watch some of the earlier movies on Amazon Prime just to get a good gauge of the movie series. You don't have to have watched the anime in the past, because I personally hadn't watched it before and I still enjoyed it a lot.
I was gonna so one of the reasons why I think it's this live action is so successful is because the whole Rurouni Kenshin it's just a lot of sword play. You know, in the anime they do a lot of fancy stuff, like Kenshin's just he's jumping around, he does like his like flash step, he's like almost like teleporting around, but they kind of take a little bit of that out, but they still have him jumping around, like jumping on walls and stuff. And like sliding around. They do it very well. So I think if there's an anime that has this type of action, you know, I think what was the Nordic, the Danish anime or whatever that came out with the Vikings and everything like that?
Oh yeah, that could be a good one.
That would be a fantastic live action.
Fudge. With Thorkel, Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
Fire live
that would
action
be a
movie.
Crazy live action.
Oh my god.
We've already seen like really good Viking like shows, like, you know, Vikings, the Last Kingdom and everything like that. Yeah. So they could do a phenomenal job, because the thing is, those shows, they have great action scenes and battle scenes, but if they pair that with some of the action choreography in this movie, which was top tier 10 out of 10, they can make an insane Vinland Saga movie.
So we want to get into some spoilers. Yeah. If you haven't seen the movie, please leave the video right now, unless you don't care, but we want to get into some spoilers. I knew this movie was about to be next level when Anishi was chilling on the train with the glasses, and the cops came up on him, and he just broke them boys down. Oh my gosh, he went to China and learned the best fight. I don't know who taught him how to fight. And Nishi got them hands. Them hands work.
Kung Fu masters.
Yeah, Kung Fu masters must have took him in, and that's a man with vengeance on his heart. Nobody fight like he was punching people through stools, through benches, through chairs. He was punching people through the chairs. The boy is bad. Oh, I knew this movie was about to be. You know what I never understood though? We all noticed it. Why does Saito never? He comes out of every situation untouched,
with a cigarette.
Just a cigarette. He never gets beat up for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It's just, I don't know. But that was like, when I saw that beginning, I was like, this is how you start off a movie. Because it was really good fight choreography with that too. So, yeah.
I mean, prime example right here. Look at this. It's going down in the background. It's war out here. This guy just cigarette, sword down, no guard up. Hey, my man Saito, he's a straight G. All right, yes. That dude don't play.
He didn't take any L's in this movie.
He took no L's, bro. They jumped him.
Yeah. We saw that scene with like 100 dudes like coming at him, and all of his men were already down. Right. And then next thing you know, you just see that scene behind Amoya. He's just coming to the battlefield. It's like, oh crap, I'm late.
Yo really came in like Madara, yo, war going on. He just gonna come in here and wreck everybody.
That's one thing I want to touch on as well, but we can get on that later. But what do you guys want to touch on? I don't want to hog it up.
We can get into whatever you want to get into.
Okay. Kenshin, he's all noble and nice and says, this sword would never cut and kill people again. But he's always teaming up with these guys. Saito is catching bodies.
He is. He's stabbing people through the heart.
Yes. Saito is ripping and slicing everybody up. Like, these people that he's working with are always catching bodies. So I guess it's like, are you really not for killing people?
Hey, one question, Jose. Is he killing people?
Who?
With that sword.
That reverse blade can kill someone. Anybody say. He's hitting people so hard. Like,
that's
he's knocking them unconscious. It was the 1700s, 1800s. The medicine wasn't good back then. Those people were dying.
Yeah.
They were not being held in those hospitals. But the one I don't know if you guys want to say anything, because I got another thing I want to bring up.
All right, let's get it.
Sojiro and Kenshin teaming up in the movie.
Fire. Yeah.
Bunny Boy.
Yes.
When he got the jump in, I said, oh, here it goes. Oh my gosh, bro. I thought that was so yo, we are not worthy of the fight choreographers in this movie. They teamed up and gave us a show.
They were both jumping off the walls.
Yeah.
Bro.
Coming on the stairs, back to back.
Hey, my favorite's still the crouch slides. They just be like, whoa. Said, this ground, what ground? Whoa.
Yeah, what you guys think about that fight?
That fight was great. So my fight, I will still say that my favorite fight is still the fight against Shishio in the third movie, but this fight comes pretty close. All the fights in this movie I thought were pretty great, especially towards the end. The Bunny Boy coming back was definitely a shocker. I was not expecting that, and I'm glad he did. One thing I was kind of disappointed is I wish Aoshi had a better fight, because he disappeared towards the end. He fought like the one enemy, and like that fight kind of didn't really have an end, because that one dude came back later on, but then his girl came to beat him, which I guess was kind of nice. She's taking over the whole ninja squad and everything, but I still wish Aoshi got like that final fight, and then she came in, and then they kind of tag teamed, and then she took him down, but he kind of just disappeared, which was kind of weird. Even Sano showed up half dead.
Yeah, Sano showed up.
Sano got beat. Sano should not have been walking, yo. He was beat bloody. Like, his bone, most of his bones must have been broken. The amount that he got beat. Yeah, he got beat up by that dude. And he still came in with the barrel and just did one attack, and then he was just done.
Yeah.
That was his special, man. Nah, but I agree with Aoshi. I just didn't like the character. Like, I don't think he was, as Jose said, quite built up that well, and I wasn't a big fan of the acting either. Hot take. Nah. Nah. His fighting was cool, but I just feel like, I don't know, man. He was always like the same mood. Maybe that's what his character was going for, but like, I didn't see any, dynamics with him. He would just always be standing there, just being Aoshi,
No, I can see that. Yeah, Aoshi wasn't. From what I'm gonna ask you this, man, because you watched the anime. Was Aoshi better in the anime? Like, did he have more iconic moments in the anime? Did he play a bigger role? I don't remember the anime.
He ultimately pretty much did the same thing that he did in the movies in the anime, but he had more shine. Like, he had more battle time, and he had more interaction with Kenshin. They had more of a dynamic together and more of a conflict. But that was pretty much it. Even in the anime, he always had like a pretty grim mood, but you could see his character progression more. Over in this movie, it was kind of just like he just got beat, and he was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna lead the squad now and fight for good. So you didn't really feel it. They did. That was like one of the only parts that they didn't really sell as much, Aoshi. So I kind of just took it as, he's a character from the anime, so they kind of have to put his story in. So, but I think they could have went without him, to be honest.
I can think that.
Maybe they're correct. term to use is the lack of chemistry, because it seemed like the other characters were, I don't know, man. You could just feel it. You could, you could relate. But Aoshi, I just wasn't. It wasn't mano y mano,
Yeah. The only gripe I really had with the movie, and I guess they were just being true to the manga, I don't buy that the greatest kill sword in the world mistakenly kills his wife. The man reaction time is out of this world. He's superhuman, basically. He's not killing his wife. No, she just jumped in front and he just did. The one time he didn't see what was in front of him. The man has dodged bullets, for goodness sakes. He sliced bullets in this. It wasn't believable. I wasn't buying it. So I was just like, that's kind of weak. That's kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. But what can you say? It made for a great vengeance story.
Yeah.
But it wasn't believable for me. So that was my biggest gripe with the movie. So.
They might explain it a little better in the beginning in the next movie, but hopefully they do. We'll see. But I do agree, it is kind of weird that he would accidentally like cut her. Like, was he not looking or something like that?
No.
I mean, she couldn't have been that fast for him to not notice.
She wasn't fast in the movie. It wasn't fast.
Yeah, because Kenshin was running that 4.240. He wasn't playing when he was booking places. He's like, Kenshin, why you running so fast? So you quick back fella, you should try out for the NFL.
Yeah. I thought that was incredible though. Like every time, like the fact that he would run dang near parallel with the ground in circles sometimes, and it looked realistic. It looked like he's actually doing it. It didn't look like special effects were involved at all. I said, this camera work is amazing. My God, I was blown away. A lot of stuff they did in the movie, there's no way I'm believing that they actually did it, but it looked like they were actually doing it. Like it looked incredible. Backflips off the top of the roof, off the side of jumping up. These people have mastered how to make fake stuff look real in this movie. And they don't got a big budget. These movies are making probably 30, 40 million worldwide. That's not enough to have a big, huge budget. These people are wizards. That's how I've come to this point. Hey, they're wizards, demons, or something. I don't know. But they have mastered doing a lot with a little. And like I said before, we are not worthy. Netflix, buy the other 3 movies, by the beginning, put them all on your streaming service.
Yeah, definitely.
Please buy all of them. I beg of you, buy all of them for me. For us.
Yeah, the Kenshin and Nishi fight was insane. Like they were doing all of that stuff, and it's interesting because going back into all the effort that they're putting in. So this movie came out maybe like 8-7 years after the other part. Well, actually, the other part 2 and 3 I think were 2014. So maybe like 5-6 years. You can see that they were you could tell a little bit they were visually older, the characters and stuff. So even like 5-6 years later, they're still keeping up the energy to do all these crazy moves. So, this Kenshin actor, he knows what's up. If he has any other fighting movies, I might have to check them out because he knows what he's doing when he comes to these stunts.
You guys don't think it's stuntman? You guys think
no, the camera is clearly showing that guy is moving that sword. I know.
We don't want to hurt nobody, man. The reverse blade. Yo, that was one of the funniest stuff that Saito kept doing, bro. He was putting people in his crosshairs.
Yeah, okay, I got something for you.
My boy was ready to play pool with the bodies. Oh,
it was his sword stab was kind of anticlimactic, I thought, in like the other movies. In the anime, it's so much cooler because it's like the whole point of that attack is that he moves so fast and his stab is so strong.
Right.
His whole thing is he can stab through anything. That's what his whole thing is. But like in the anime, in the third movie, it was just like he was just doing the thing, and then you just saw the stab. Like he just slid into the stab. I was like, I felt like that might have been a little better, but that's kind of hard to do. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just talking about anime comparison to like the movie, right? I didn't watch the whole anime, but I was looking at some fights, and like Mary was explaining, there's more special effects to their moves, right? Like with Kenshin kind of teleporting, Saito kind of actually thrusting and lunging forward so fast that he could break through anything. But
talking about in the anime.
Yeah, in the anime. But I think they still did a great job of kind of showing their skill.
You're trying to say they like tried to translate fake stuff in the anime to make it. They were definitely going for real in the movies. Yeah. But that's a good point, Moya. They did. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a movie. This isn't like an animated. But this isn't what Marvel Comics has done. They're taking fake stuff, comic booky, manga, anime stuff, and making it as real as possible as they can and believable.
Right.
That's a good point, man. Moya. That's probably wild, man, that they didn't accentuate so much on the movie. They wanted to make it, what's police officer flying through boulders with
yeah. Can you imagine just flying through the air the whole time?
The other thing we were laughing at during the movie is that dojo that Kaoru works at, they just take L's. Like, why are they running the dojo? There's so many other people that could be working this dojo, but it's the weakest people. It is literally the weakest people running this dojo, and that's why they're taking L's.
Yeah, you literally got Batasai, the kill sword. Like this guy is legendary, and you got some. No, not even been in a fight.
That's why this guy came and beat them all up.
Nishi came and did. That's what I'm trying to say too. You know what, Kenshin, he's the most fakest, nice guy ever. I think he doesn't teach those people intentionally, so he's needed. I swear, there's no reason for you to be living there. You're there, and you don't teach any. You're the best kill sword in Asia, and you don't ever teach this pathetic class that get beat up in every movie. This dojo get abused every movie, ransacked, bullied, looted. Every time there's a movie, they get beat up, and Kenshin comes in there to save the day too late. They already got broken bones. They got to replace the senseis, the teachers, the masters. They need substitutes, all that stuff. He does this stuff to stay needed. He's manipulating the markets. This guy's a clown. And then I can't believe you. I didn't even think about Kenshin is dirty, bro.
Hey, his not killing vow. Maybe he doesn't want to teach to kill either.
That the dojo is not that they're not killing dojo. They literally support his cause. He doesn't want anybody else to be as good as him.
If they're all using reverse blade sword, then they can probably learn Kenshin's techniques.
Yes.
Although I don't know if Kenshin can actually teach them.
I mean, they just can't handle it, bro. I don't see all those guys in the dojo doing the crouch slide, and then the turn with the hand.
Bro, if you have a dojo full of the slide.
His master probably took him through some crazy rough training. That's how Kenshin got to where he is. That's really the only way he learned all those techniques. That's the only way.
You got a point. That the training probably was to the point where it would be child abuse to teach those people that in that dojo. They wouldn't get through it. So you're right. You got a good point, actually. Okay.
They're not built like that.
Kenshin and his master, they built different. Yeah. Kenshin, his master, Shishio, those people built different.
Oh, yo.
Shishio really built different. Different movie. This spoilers, you guys know. So
yeah. But you see, I really like this Inishi and Kenshin fight, but I still am with Mayor, man. That Shishio fight when he was taking on all of them. He was taking on 4 swordsmen.
Yeah, that choreography was crazy. All of them were going around.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
But I still like the Inishi versus Kenshin fight more.
Just because,
I'm more of a, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Hey. I think I just like this movie more. I don't know if that fight might have actually been better, but I just like, this movie has got me so jazzed up. Oh my goodness. I would watch this movie a couple times. And I don't like watching movies over. But you're right. If I really look at it unbiased, the Shishio versus the 4 people at one time fight possibly, maybe, it's better. Who knows? But
Hey, look, it's all right, man. We can have different opinions. That it was just great fights all around. So like, you know, I think we could all agree there. But just one more point about that 4 versus 1 fight. Usually it's like one person charges at a time. It was just like Assassin's Creed, like combo moves, you know. CCO's out here throwing this guy on that guy, you know. I said, well, what?
He was abusing Sano the whole time. He was
Yeah.
bullying him. Like, he was like, why are you still here? Like, he was dragging him across the
I was also gonna mention that everybody fighting with swords, this guy gonna come try to do the tackle, like, sir, like, could have got stabbed right there.
He couldn't really use the sword on him because he has like 3 other swordsmen that he has to like save his sword for. So it kind of made sense too.
But I think this excites me for the new movie that's coming out, right? I think we should highlight Rurouni Kenshin, the beginning. We're gonna get some backstory on Kenshin history, and I really want to kind of see what all. I want to see him actually kill people. I'm tired of him just hitting people with the metal bat. You know, like I need to see blood and gore from Kenshin, and I think we'll see it all the way. Maybe you'll get your answers on the wife situation too, Hosea.
So that is our review of Rurouni Kenshin, the 4th installment of the Rurouni Kenshin franchise. We are extremely grateful that we were able to witness this. We thank all those people in the comment sections that told us we have to see this movie when we reviewed our trailer. We are grateful. We are appreciative. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Share your reviews and your thoughts on the movie as well. We love all the conversation. Shop Anime.